King of Prussia has some great golf, and I'm glad I played every one of them. Well, outside of our #1 course. Well, let's go through each one of these courses. As we start off this list, we'll name the course and our golf review of the facility.
We're able to go out right away at Worcester Golf Club. Let's take a look at this course. We're here at Worcester Golf Course, built in 1997. This is a quick lunch type golf course. You can come out and play a quick 9. There's only 9 holes here, just stretching over the 3,000 mark. It's more of a link style course. They cut down a lot of trees, and it used to be an old farm here. Nice. Get in. Get in! Get in! The course has 256 reviews with a 4.1. In May of 2017, the course changed ownerships to the Asters. We got to double check if that's the actual chocolate factory, which is right down the street. But Lance Astor and Cindy Astor currently maintain this course, and it will be inherited to the next generation here from what we're told. So there could be some significant changes, and as we consistently cut down more trees, we're starting to think maybe houses could be coming at this course.
Hell of a shot. There you go. That's fantastic.
Let's take a look here at Worcester.
Right in there with no tee times. Expectations are pretty low. It's weekend golf. It's a 9-hole course. Everyone's doing the turn on 18. There's a pizza place. So there's a lot of options to fall back on. Walking into the pro shop, we were able to go off right away. If we want to go, you got to go now type deal. So we were able to tee off, getting back into someone on the next hole. But for the most part, we were able to at least get off at this golf course and experience around.
Go off right away here at Worcester Golf Course. Let's see if we can get up and down. Come on, let's get up and down for a par here on #1. If we can knock this in, and we're definitely getting paired up with someone.
And that's exactly what happened. You have to go over to the actual review of the golf course and get a whole feel for it. There's so much great golf in this concentrated area outside of Philadelphia. Arguably, probably the best outside of a major city. Now, let's zoom on in to a course that kind of got this channel started in the right direction. An early golf review. Maybe even a reason to head on back over to Westover, where Mike Piazza was the owner of the golf course. Something I still remember so maybe about 2 years ago since playing the course itself.
Here at Westover Golf Course.
On this golf vlog, we're headed right outside Philadelphia to a nice golf course that's budget golf related, right on the river almost. Well, it's Westover Golf Club, and a massive complex nonetheless. Now, a lot of history behind it. We'll talk about ownership changes and unique parts of the golf course that are jumping out at us, and we'll be hitting stingers all day throughout this golf course because it's one of those types. Now, you get your money's worth here on a budget rate, with twilight rates dropping down to 25, and we're going to go through that later, talk all through about those prices, but most importantly, we're going to have a great time walking through this course and hopefully get you out here and playing over at Westover Golf Club. It's a fun environment other than the check-in process, which is another thing. Believe it or not, we got 5 minutes. We're going to talk about that through. I'll tell you what, holes like this little par 3, make you want to go out here and play it often. If you get a hole-in-one on this facility, you'd be pretty happy. But I think if you get a hole-in-one anywhere, it'd be ecstatic. Let alone in a Philadelphia suburb course. Go get yourself some cheesesteaks and enjoy yourself as we head on over where the Google reviews are getting stronger and stronger. Now, we do dedicate this list towards the Google reviews, but we add a little twist at the end. We want to make sure it's kind of fun, independent, and more importantly, based on the comments down below. So if you have your top 5, be sure to write them down in the comment section. And we'll be sure to maybe even do an update video. We'll definitely be sure to head on over to our next course here as we swing on through, sneaking through each one of these courses.
Just outside Philadelphia, some old school golf here. And the course was built in 1985 by John Tomlinson. because the course used to be an old dairy farm.
Pickering Valley Golf Club, swinging on over to to an old farm with a golf designer who designed Spring Hollows right down the street. So let's take a look at this 18-hole golf course that really does have it all.
The course is a par 72 stretching 6,575 yards from those back tees.
Importantly, this golf course is a friendly, family-owned public golf course just outside of the King of Prussia area and just minutes away from the turnpike. You have an affordable golf course that we're going to walk
Biggest
through.
takeaway so far is pulling in. The parking lot is completely sloped, so make sure you have your emergency brake on. The course does have a driving range. You're hitting off grass. You get your money's worth here. And the course was built in 1985 by John Tomlinson.
So let's swing on into this course located in Chester County that offers scenic views but also challenging golf to all seasoned golfers. Now you can see it's got a 1980s feel in the clubhouse. It gets very busy, so be prepared to book in advance. You're just outside the Philadelphia area. You're limited on public golf, so this place could get packed, just like we were here. Now there's a total of 18 holes, a putting green surface just outside of the pro shop, which was converted from the old farm. So that used to be a barn, which is unique in itself. Grab yourself a little book to kind of go through each one of the holes. It seems to be complimentary when you do play the course. There's a lot of characteristics to this golf course that kind of took off at me. The driving range, you're hitting about, 250 yards uphill, so that's kind of exciting. You could kind of get cute with your golf game depending on how many people are out there and practicing. But for the most part, it's just a typical driving range, nothing too crazy there.
Overall, 3 courses left here to take a look at. It's arguably the best course. Now, it's easy to think about the other courses just outside this area, like Turtle Creek and maybe even towards Philadelphia, but we wanted to keep it concentrated, and even the Skippack Golf Course was stretching it a little bit more to my likings. There's other courses right next to Skippack that you can make the argument that should be in it, but I loved Skippack. And I love the group that was associated with it. It kind of gives a vibe for this list. So let's head on over.
Okay, Barfester. All right.
And I just do golf reviews, so you'll probably be in at least some of the backdrop.
Yeah.
I suspect.
Is it you? Yeah, it's Nick. Looks like I love attention. Thank you.
So let's take a look here at Skippack Golf Course.
It's beautiful. It's actually a good shot.
I mean, I did my job. Oh, it's faded. This is public golf.
It's on that other fairway. Directly in front of you. Yeah. It's on that other fairway. Just like shoot to the Alvarez.
Happy Bear. That's the one I'm looking for. Cobras, like not the same thing. I might stick around.
We're here at Skippack Golf Club taking a look at a course built in 1960. Ooh, it's a hot one.
In the summer, we're here taking a look at Skippack Golf Club. One name since 1960, and golf designer Harris Benaya. That was when it was originally built in 1960. Now, whether some of the same buildings are here to this day, I'm assuming it's hard to figure that out online. But as much information I was like, but that's why we're here, the Parfest. We're trying to dig in, walk into the doors with no tee times, and figure out what's the history behind some of your favorite golf courses. And right now, we're zooming on in to a beautiful 18-hole facility built in 1960 that did see some updates in 1988. We're not going to get to that just yet. We're going to talk about the first designers of this golf course who were one and done. They built one course and one course only, Harris and Benaya. And it's not as much information because it was built in the 60s, and some of that history just disappears throughout time. But in 1988, we did see a course update. XG Hasenplug, who is a famous golf designer in western Pennsylvania, has built the 5 Pond Golf Course, which is not too far from this location.
Straight that hole? I'm just asking. Card golf.
The course does have paved car paths throughout the whole thing, and it has the Zachariah Creek cutting
Course to take a look at. Now, this is a good course. This is one of my top destinations when I'm swinging through and playing each and every one of the courses in this area. Outside of our #1 golf course for Rest Assured, we did not leave it empty-handed. We added something towards the end. But more importantly, let's head on over to a course that has some cool history, because it has some aeronautic history. If you know anything about this channel, well, aeronautics is a big deal. And let's head on over to the aeronautics course here at our #2 spot for the courses in King of Prussia.
Just outside of Philadelphia, we have a fun club here. Not too long ago that this used to be an airport. It used to be the old airport hangar, which now is the maintenance. And you can see right here, hole 5 was the actual runway for the airport. Let's take a look here at Shannondell Golf Course. I can get ready pretty quick, but I still gotta check in, and yeah, that's fine. I feel like I might be going with that group right there. You guys told me. I got a nice clubhouse here. First birdie, Colton. There's a Pro V.
I know.
Worth.
Hand me my club. Oh! Funny, I didn't even realize.
Oh, look at that! What a shot! What was that all about, Colton? You had a full show here. I don't know, it might be too many golf balls now collect. Oh, he's throwing them. That's a good move. Look at the first hole, which we're on right now, the course conditions, and where are those markers?
Oh, birdie soft.
Is that a birdie? Yeah. Is that your first birdie? Ah, come on, that's awesome. Take a look at this 18-hole golf course. And even on number 18, it's a little deceiving. These holes are deceiving. It looks like there's a pond right there with that sprinkler head. This is a nice course for the value. $61 on the weekend. It's as cheap as it gets. The course was built in 1965. Now the course is leased by a rich, well-off family that owns most of the land out here. It's a challenging course, but it does get busy, so depending on the time of the day. And the course used to be an old airport, with hole 5 being the runway. And there's a lot to like about this course.
So let's zoom on in to the club at Shannondell as we walk in with no tee times, paired up with a good group of locals, and get as much history of the course as we can. There's been one name change. It used to be called George Washington Golf Course. It was constructed in 1965. And the layout of the course is a lot of dog legs. I'd say almost every other hole felt like it would be a dog leg. The condition of the course, well, we don't hide. You can see right now that it was pretty nice. It had a lot of charming bridges cutting through the course. There's streams, so you got to be careful. You could lose the ball even though you think you found it as you hit it off the tee. Overall, the trees play a factor too. There's a lot of shade on the golf course. It's more of a parkland style course. The putting green conditions.
That leaves us now with only one more facility here to take a look at. Again, we kept it concentrated. We didn't go too far outside of the realm. And with that being said, our #1 golf course is clearly Jeffersonville Golf Course. This is a course that I even been taking to some of the people at the facility, and hopefully we'll get over there pretty soon and do a good video on it. I'm just waiting for the right weather, the right day, and the right opportunity for some historical golf. The history and everything behind this golf course is very magical, and it's very busy as well, so it's hard to even get tee times. But rest assured, this year, maybe even the next couple weeks or months, I'll be over playing this golf course. But in the meantime, there's a facility that has to be listed on this King of Prussia list because it's where it all started. It's where Scramble started, the golf
I want you
brand.
to talk to the guy who laid every piece of this floor. We got all the Sims built, getting ready for turf. So when you come in back in this way, you can see this is kind of cool for a lot of people because you know, a lot of people just don't understand where we started, right? Because That was the AC Moore. Being able to go next to Planet Fitness, Home Depot's right there. You know, this place was AC Moore, a little different than most. Graffiti when you walk in, and you know, a lot of people think of PGA Tour Superstore, golf, you know, just golf clubs and everything, and I just run it like a club, man. I just wanted a cool spot, hangout spot. I'll show you our podcast room. I like that room the best. It's kind of quiet in the back. Yeah, a lot of people.
I'm gonna get in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot too. I just walked in.
You're good, dude. I do this every day. Yeah, 2 locations. This is, you know, obviously quite big. How the whole idea came from Scramble, because I've been to other places, and you know, it's just, I want it to be comfortable, relaxed. Everyone has Sims these days, but let me know if you have this. You know, you'll never see any of my facilities where someone's greeting you at the door. It's just a
walk right in.
Man, you know what I mean?
I felt like I was gonna get a couple golf balls already.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like I want the place to like kind of be like, oh wow, what is this? And then starts the conversation. You know, I have 12 bays in this one. You know, I'll probably build a couple more. You know, our membership's getting to be, you know, that 290, 300.
For more videos to come, this is the Parfessor, an independent golf channel focused on fun and affordable golf in your area. More importantly, get out there and play a little bit of golf sometime this week.